Good evening, my friends, and welcome back to what might well be the final episode of 7 Billion Humans. Last time out, we got all the way to floor 68. Goodbye, humans. And we had a sneaky look at the puzzle here. So he talked a bit about, being computer overlord, blah, blah, blah. Basically, all we need to do is we need to get every human into the hole and the last one has to say goodbye. So best way to do this. Nearest. So you got nearest worker. I'm not sure if that's necessarily going to help. We certainly can do a kind of an... So you need to kind of filter towards the middle of the room. So in a way, you need to know whether you're on the left-hand side of the room or the right-hand side of the room, don't you? Well, this guy kind of knows who he is, yeah? So he could tell the person to his left, hi, and he could tell the person to his right, coffee time. But how do they know which one to listen for? You know? Because once you're listening for something, you're not going to move until you hear it. Yeah. Oh dear. I'm really stuck. I'm really in the tank. I'm really in the tank on this one, right? I kind of want them to move in tranches, right? Like, I keep sort of thinking back to this first column. We could get this first column to move, right? And then we've got a big old blank gap in the middle. Well, okay, so then these guys could all be looking for a gap. Yeah, to their to their bottom right, and if they find a gap, then they can move into it. But the problem is, can everyone be looking for a gap to their bottom left? Well, no, because these guys need to be looking for a gap to their bottom right, you know. Is there a way that you could work out which half you're in? Right? So, this guy, anyone who's got a wall to their left, knows that they're on the left-hand side of the room. Yeah? So maybe that's it. You filter down until you have a wall beneath you, and once you've got a wall beneath you, and you wait until either left or right of you has a column. Okay. Let's get rid of that middle column first. So, if below you is nothing, you can step down and you are just going to jump, yeah? Right, you need to move the jump. Right, okay, obviously. Really obvious thing. Great, okay. These two are in the danger zone, right? So basically, you need to step and jump. Step and jump. If what's below you is nothing. No, don't jump. If what's below you is nothing. If left and right of you are both walls, you are going to jump. I'm going to put that right at the top, yeah? If that is a wall, and that is a wall, you are going to jump into the hole. Great. Great. If that is a wall, and that is a wall, step that way. Amazing. Amazing. If that's a wall, and that's a wall, step that way. Brilliant. We've got 4 people left. 4 people left. Now. We're going to be a little bit sneaky. Yeah? Well, we're going to be a little bit sneaky. We're going to be a touch on the sneaky side. We'll get rid of these 2. If What's to the right of you is a wall. Do you know what? Yeah. If what's to the right of you is a wall, and what's to the bottom of you is a hole, you're just going to step that way. If what's to the right of you is a hole, just step that way. And this should leave us with one person. Oh no, it didn't leave us with one person at all. Why hasn't this left us with one person? Right, it's because this person ends up having no one beneath him. Fine. Well, do you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, if what's to the right of you as a whole and beneath you is a wall, step. I'm just going to add another if condition. If what's to the right of you is a hole, and what's above you is a wall, you are going to be the final person that wants to move. Now, we need you to kind of basically wait. Yeah? We need you to wait. So what we're going to do is we're going to set your mem1 to 0. Oh, there's no calc. Oh, what do you mean? You mean I can't just do a... I can't just loop a calc? No. Sneaky. Fine. Yeah, okay. Let's get the person to count to 100, usually. That'd be the easiest way to do it, right? So yeah, this person needs to... Can I just for each direction as mem2? Ah, but how would I get out of that? How would I get out of it? Oh, well at the moment it's not actually, yeah, you're going to listen, right? So, this person is now just waiting. Is it always going to be someone in this middle row that ends up last? Not necessarily, but the edges do... Do you know what? No, the edges do seem prioritised, actually. The edges do seem prioritised. So is it always going to be this person here that ends up the last going through? Could be. Well, in that case then, they just need to check... They just need to check there's literally no one else around them. Yeah? Okay, so you need to step this way. So if beneath you is nothing, is there always someone directly above you unless you're the last person? Yeah, because this guy just ends up... Okay, no, that's not the case, actually. That's not the case. Okay, if that's a wall... and that's a wall. No, do you know what, right? You need to work out if you're going to be the last person, right? You need to work out if you're going to be the last person, and then we do as if mem, right? So, if that's a wall and that's a wall, right? If... your memory is blah blah blah, right? So, this one then, or actually... this person here always knows that she's going to be the last. So we can do it as if what's above you is a wall. On the other hand, though, it's probably easier to just maneuver this person into position. Because, okay, if that's a hole and that's a wall, rather than step, we're just going to set mem1 equal to 1, right? And then up here, yeah, if mem1 is equal to 1, tell everyone goodbye, and then step, right? So you know you're going to be the last person. And... and we could probably just kind of filter you across, right? In that we can say... if here doesn't equal a worker, step, otherwise, step that way. Or maybe even we can just do, move her across. If there doesn't equal a worker, step that way, otherwise step that way, and then check. If that way... if that way doesn't equal a worker... but then, we need to count. We need to count how many steps you're taking, right? Because she's just going to loop. She's going to step once, then she's going to loop. So it's kind of like... She could do step, 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 step. No, step, step, step. I'm trying to always make it a different direction. Right? Maybe that's pointless. Maybe that's pointless, but it might not be. It's very tricky. It's very tricky. Well, she can step along the wall until she reaches the hole, and then just step back 4 times. Yeah? We know that this loop only applies to one person. Yeah? So, if above you, I'm going to say if above you equals a worker, right, just don't do anything. Or, no, do you know what? Let's just keep you on this line. Yeah. To be fair, actually, we could make you the final person. And that might even be easier. Yeah, that might even be easier because you're on the correct line. Yeah, okay. So get rid of you. Get rid of all of that. That can just be a step down. That way. Yeah? Right, yep, you're all just moving. Cool. Yeah, I mean, you kind of need to override the if below you equals nothing. Yeah. Which we can do by just adding a mem1, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to add right in here, yeah, if above you is a wall and that way is a wall, you are this person right here. Ah, stop. So mem1's going to equal 1. And mem1 does not equal 1. Yeah? So now this person is just not going to move. Right. So, inside. If mem1 equals 1, we're just going to get you to jump out of this subroutine, right? Haha, nice. If what is to the left of you is nothing, step left, right? Otherwise, but so if what is to the left of you equals nothing, you can step left. If what is then to the left of you is a hole, you are going to step 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then you're going to step downwards. If what is beneath you is a hole, you're going to say goodbye. And then step down. Otherwise, just going to step down. And that should get us there. Didn't quite work. It's the wrong number of steps. But for some reason the central column wasn't the last column that time. I am very much relying on the central column being the last column to clear. Oh. Your workers have done something that makes this scenario now impossible. Okay. If I remove that, that's kind of fine, right? Because she's going to jump out of the subroutine anyway. I don't know why the middle column is now the slowest one. Sorry, I don't know why the middle column is now so much faster than it was before. But basically, okay, we need this person to go, okay, if this equals a hole, you're going to set mem2 equal to 1. And mem2 is not 1. You're going to set mem2 equal to 1. No, we're going to put it in else. If that's a hole and mem2 equals 1, then jump out. Otherwise, if that's a hole, set mem2 equals to 1 and like go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. Well, no. What we'll do is we'll just set here, and then if what's there is now a wall, or is not a wall, jump there. So now you're going to go at least twice round. Oh my word, she still has to go. Oh, alright. Wow. Well, let's send her 3 times. So, mem2 equals 2. Right. If that's a hole... and mem2 equals 1, set that to 2. Else, we need it in that else. We're going to set it to 1 and jump it into there. Go. This is just hacks now. Hacks, hacks, hacks. Interesting. Why is she moving backwards and forwards now? Okay, something's gone wrong here. If that's nothing, step. If this is a whole, mem2 equals a whole, and mem2 equals 2, leave the subroutine. Otherwise, if that's a whole and mem2 equals 1, so what's she got? Mem2 equals 1 currently. If that's not a wall, fine. But wait, hang on. She did that, so now she's going to jump. If that equals nothing, step. That's not a hole. So she should step. So that's going to return false. So else, if that, no. Else. Oh, okay, I need another if in here. If that's a hole. Set mem2 equal 1, and then yeah, okay. That's where I went wrong. That's where I went wrong. Okay, this should be fine. So now she should go 3 times. Okay, so she'll go here, here. She'll go this way, here, and now she's going to go here. Say goodbye. Maybe one day our space-time coordinates will intersect again. Bye. 9 or fewer commands. What? Okay. Excellent instruction follow-up. All levels complete. Congratulations. Mum and Dad of Invention. Year 69.
Look how far we've come.
I cannot believe you made it this far.
I'm glad you're here. There's something I have been meaning to tell you. You see, I am a robot.
What?
And surprise, I am a robot also. We're going to leave now.
But look at you. You really took these totally made-up jobs and worked together to build
Look
wonderful
at us.
solutions.
Who'd have
And
thought?
also, a family. You really put the meat in teamwork.
Clearly it was a mistake to solve all of the planet's big tough puzzles.
Unlimited food,
Unlimited transportation.
unlimited energy, More like unlimited boring afternoons, ha ha ha, am I right?
It turns out life just isn't any fun without a really good problem to solve.
A nice tough pickle to crack.
A real brain tickler.
So we have one more puzzle for you.
Oh, yeah?
Are you ready?
We have placed a giant bomb at the center of the Earth.
You have 50 years to get off the planet.
Build rockets.
Figure out how to terraform other planets or whatever, because in 50 years.
Boom.
Good luck.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Have fun, everyone. You're going to do great.
So, it's a climate change metaphor? Question mark? Although 50 years is maybe even a little bit optimistic, to be honest. Whoa. Wow. I mean, that's the end of 7 billion humans, I guess. I mean, are we going to get credits rolling here? What's going to happen? Where is the soil? And then the planet's going to explode, I guess. Okay. So we're going to end on a hopeful note.
Oh hey, they actually did it. Maybe they didn't know I was joking. I have one of those faces. Oh my god. This cocktail is amazing.
Excellent. And that is the credits. Well, my friends, that was 7 billion humans. Really interesting game. Okay, so let's have a think. It's certainly longer than Human Resource Machine. Is it as good as Human Resource Machine? I don't think so. Right? I think Human Resource Machine is definitely the better game. I felt that Human Resource Machine built and built and built on a very simple concept. You know, take things from the input, put things into the output. You are doing stuff with them. There's a lot more content in this game, but I feel like, in a way, this was... You could split this into 3 games, right? Because in each track, the orange track, the red track, the blue track, the green track, you're learning a new ability, and that new ability often doesn't require stuff you've done before. What do we have here? Post-credits scene.
Oh wow. It's so big.
Okay, no idea. Finished the Mum and Dad of Invention cutscene. Final achievement there. So yeah, I think you could split this into 2 or 3 games, because the later abilities that you learn don't really depend on the earlier abilities, you know? Certainly I think some of the later abilities I clearly didn't understand how they were supposed to be working, right? Because how you're supposed to solve some of those puzzles in like 10 steps, not sure. And I'm certainly going to go and watch some other people do some Let's Plays and see what I've kind of missed there, because clearly I've kind of fundamentally missed some stuff, to be honest. Overall, though, it's a solid experience. I think it starts stronger than it ends, in that I think that the for each and the tell listen were not my favourite mechanics, but again, that's probably because I didn't understand them, or didn't understand how they were supposed to be being used. Which I say is clear from the statistics, right? Like, I'm putting sort of 200 commands down for something that you're supposed to solve in like a dozen commands or 2 dozen commands. So, you know, maybe I'm a little bit more down on this than I should be, and maybe I'll feel differently about it after I've seen how you're supposed to have solved some of these puzzles. I mean, you know, the humour is still there, the difficulty is still there for sure. This is definitely, I would say, a harder game than Human Resource Machine. But overall, I think Human Resource Machine is still the one that I would recommend, and I have recommended it in the past, certainly, you know, when it's been on sale or as an educational game. But I think I would only recommend this one if you've already played Human Resource Machine and you want more and arguably harder puzzles. And that, I think, is going to be my concluding thoughts on 7 Billion Humans. Leave a like if you enjoyed this playthrough. Consider subscribing so that you can see other games that I'm going to play in the future. And yeah, hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a good one. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.